Representing the bay boat category, the Skeeter SX2550 has an overall length of 22 feet 6 inches, a beam of 8 feet 5 inches, and a max horsepower rating of 300. Designed to easily navigate inshore waters and handle the chop offshore, she has a draft of 14 inches, a dead rise of 14 degrees, a dry weight of 2,775 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 53 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts.
Hey guys, I tell you what, I couldn't figure out what was so mysterious with Skeeter. They wouldn't even let us see this boat last night. Now I can tell why.
Yeah, we're real excited about seeing this whole new look for Skeeter here. This is the SX2550, gang, and I'm telling you what, this does not look like any Skeeter we've ever seen before. This is a boat that is going to be really capable to get us outside the inlet and run around looking at the beach this morning. You know, something immediately jumped out at me about the boat, it doesn't look like Skeeter, is this little tip in the sheer up here and a beefy looking flare to the bow. I mean, that's certainly going to handle inlet conditions and running in the chop on the beach.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to us getting in the ocean. I'm not sure this boat rides like any other Skeeter we've been in.
Well, I'm dying to find out. How about you?
Well, you know I love a bay boat, and especially where we live here in South Florida, to get inshore and offshore. I'm excited about today, and I'm excited to see what Skeeter's done different.
Yeah, you know what? None of us have actually been inside the boat. What do you say we get her in the water and get offshore?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Skeeter's been building bay boats a long time, and you know what? They're all good, but they've all been very identifiable. Not the new one. They've got a new queen of their fleet. It is the Skeeter SX2550, and she is gorgeous. It's a little bit wider, it's a little bit longer, but it's a lot deeper, totally different shear line, whole new concept. This boat rocks.
The most pronounced changes you're going to see to this hull design are a little bit of added dead rise, which made a big difference in the softness of the ride, but more importantly, they've added a bunch of bow flare, which definitely is going to keep the water down. There's a little bit of pitch down in the sheer, and all of these things combine to make this boat much more offshore capable than a smaller bay boat might be. Another difference that's going to make you feel much more secure when you get offshore in this boat is an additional 5 inches of freeboard. Now that gets you feeling like you're comfortable enough to put your legs up against a combing bolster while you're fighting a fish without feeling like you're going to fall out of the boat if it's rocking.
Not only were the gunnels being higher and the boat being deeper, more comfortable to me, but it had a nice high console which really broke the wind. You didn't need a whole lot of windshield.
I had plenty of room up at the bow. Having those cushions off made it really easy to fight that snook. There was nothing for me to trip over. It was really convenient to have the washdown system midship on the boat. It made it so easy to reach the stern and the bow.
It's one thing very consistent about Skeeter. They're so well built, so well laid out. Their rear seats, for example, there's a casting platform back there you can hop up on, but it converts instantly to rear seating with very few moving parts that'll never break. You come to appreciate that if you spend your life on the water.
So when you don't want to fish and you want to take the family out, it was really easy to set up the cushions, pop those headrests back in, and have a lounge area to relax on for when you want those family days at the sandbar or just cruising.
One thing that made the Skeeter a lot easier to fish, I love the big high bow platform, but what made it for me was being able to have an adjustable step to get up on it. You can set the step in a few different positions that makes it a whole lot easier coming up and down 25 times a day.
Now, as I said, Skeeters are bay boats that are really comfortable in their skin. This isn't a boat that's trying to pretend to be something it's not. But the new 25-foot version of their bay boat is going to definitely expand your capabilities in a way that you're really going to learn to appreciate.
Okay, let's talk about real math for a minute. She's 1.5 feet longer than what the 24 is, but doesn't it ride bigger? It's got a bigger boat ride to it. It's deeper. It's just built for a customer that wants to do a little bit more than just fish along the beach and in the bays.
Exactly, and if you're going to get offshore and fish too, another thing they've changed is they added 5 inches of freeboard to it, which made a huge difference. Now, you know, you're fighting a fish standing there braced up against this bolster, and it makes a big difference when you're offshore under those kind of conditions.
You guys are missing so much though. Skeeter brought the family in with this boat. First time they've ever put a head in a console, and the first time they've ever used a pop-up table up here in the bow. So they had the fishing in mind, but this time they included the family.
It's become more and more important in the industry, and certainly Skeeter's ahead of that, as they have been all the time. But I gotta tell you, if you're looking for a boat that can handle it offshore, but is a true bay boat, and a little bit bigger than what you're used to from Skeeter, this Skeeter SX2550 needs to be checked out.